When your Swann DVR fails to connect to the internet, start with the physical connections. Check that your Ethernet cable is securely connected to both the DVR and your router. Look for active link lights on both devices. These small LED indicators confirm that the physical connection is working properly. Familiarize yourself with your DVR's back panel. The LAN port is your primary connection point for internet access, while other ports handle power, video outputs, and additional connections. Next, verify your DVR's IP configuration. A static IP address is crucial for consistent remote access. If you're using DHCP, ensure your router has a reservation set for the DVR to prevent IP address changes. Common connectivity issues fall into several categories. Router configuration problems account for nearly half of all connection failures, followed by ISP-related issues and hardware problems. Recent updates to Swann's firmware and security protocols can sometimes cause conflicts with older router configurations. Keep your DVR firmware updated, and be aware that enhanced security measures may require router setting adjustments. By systematically checking these areas, physical connections, IP configuration, common problem sources, and firmware compatibility, you can diagnose most Swann DVR internet connectivity issues effectively. When physical connections and IP settings are correct, router configuration becomes the key to resolving Swann DVR connectivity issues. We'll walk through the essential router settings step by step. First, access your router's configuration interface through your web browser. Most routers use addresses like 192.8.1.1 or 192.168.0.1. You'll need your admin credentials to proceed. Port forwarding is critical for DVR connectivity. You need to forward these specific ports: 9000 for HTTP, 9001 for HTTPS, and 554 for RTSP streaming. Also configure TCP ports 80 and 880 for web access, and UDP port 37 and 77 for mobile app communication. Next, disable SIP ALG in your router settings. SIP application layer gateway often interferes with DVR connections and should be turned off. Look for this setting in your router's advanced or firewall section. Enable UPnP if your router supports it. Universal plug and play allows automatic port forwarding, making the setup process much simpler. This feature handles port configuration automatically for compatible devices. For dynamic IP addresses from your internet provider, configure Dynamic DNS or DDNS. This service provides a consistent domain name that points to your changing IP address, enabling reliable remote access to your DVR system. Keep your router firmware updated to ensure compatibility and security. Check your router manufacturer's website regularly for updates. If all else fails, DMZ configuration can be used as a last resort, though it reduces security by exposing your DVR directly to the internet. For mesh network users, special considerations apply. Connect your DVR directly to the primary mesh node using Ethernet rather than Wi-Fi. Configure device prioritization in your mesh settings to ensure consistent performance and avoid connection drops when the DVR switches between nodes. These router configuration steps resolve the majority of Swann DVR connectivity issues. Start with port forwarding and SIP ALG disable, then work through UPnP and DDNS as needed. Remember that proper configuration takes time but ensures reliable remote access to your security system.